Okay, this is day 10 of 100 days of making comics. It's Sunday morning, and we have a little bit of time before we go to church. And so I'm going to try to get in my day 10 this morning. What is 100 days of making comics? It's where you spend 100 days consecutively, 30 minutes a day on your own personal comic project. It's started by Kevin Cross, and it's kind of like a challenge. I think it's a really good thing. It's actually a habit that I've already kind of built into my life of working on my comic for about 30 minutes a day. The challenge for me on this, for one thing, is doing it consecutively, because I think in reality I might spend a little bit less time, like consecutively, like meaning overall I probably spend more time than 30 minutes a day, but every once in a while I think I miss a day here or there. So it's going to be interesting as a challenge for me to see, just personally, to like really measure up, like, am I actually spending this every single day of the week? It's also going to be really fun for me because it's, getting to know the Hundreds community. And I know they actually have like a live art chat on their Facebook. So if you guys are interested in joining the challenge, that's a really cool resource, being able to hang out with other creators. I've been wanting to do it, and I wanted to actually kind of mention, like, I also am a father and a full-time art director, and so my time is like super limited. And so I want to join on the Hangouts, and I want to do all sorts of stuff, but it's all about, with my life, it's all about like kind of measuring what's achievable, where can I find little windows of time to do anything. And so I'm hoping to kind of join in on the Hangouts at some point, but if I'm not joining in on the Hangouts, understand that's just because I'm like super busy. So I'm going to work on inking the third panel on, I think it's page 59. I keep actually saying it's 62, but that's because in reality I'm in the 60s-ish of pages if I include like the chapter titles and other stuff like that. So anyhow, I'm going to be working on Quarterly Stories, which is my comic about faith and mental illness that I handwrite, hand letter, and hand ink. And then I'm hoping to kind of get that knocked out early in the morning so that I have the rest of the day to do revisions, which I'll do a little recording of as well. But that t-shirt design that had like a jellyfish and like a woman's face from a couple days back, that got some revisions, and they're actually really good calls. This is what I like about the client. It's a client I really dig. But anyhow, so there's a couple revisions I need to do on that design, and so I'm going to try to get those knocked out so that I get my t-shirt design done for the week. And then I'd like to ideally do some roughs for the next t-shirt design for that client, and then, just kind of hang out and enjoy Sunday as well. So that's what's on the dock for the day. Oh, I should also mention, like, my comic's on Tapas, and I've been posting on Tapas for a while. I usually serialize on my main website of quarterlystories.com, but I also have started serializing the pages from page 1, so you can start from the beginning of Quarterly Stories on Tapas. And I was stoked to see that I think I had an increase in subscriptions. And I was trying to figure out why that happened. I don't have a lot of subscribers yet on there, and I think it's because I was, like, Holly Brown mentioned my comic in like one of her 100 days, and that was really cool that she did that, and also it really helped me gain some new subscribers for my work. And so I just wanted to say thank you to Holly. She's super rad. She's working on her own 2 comics, and they're both on Tapas, and they're both really good. And of course, I think most people subscribe to my YouTube are already following her YouTube. She's actually kind of a huge deal on YouTube. But I'll go ahead and link to her comics on Tapas below on the off chance that any of you guys aren't following her comics. But I really appreciate the shout out. It actually kind of made my day a couple days ago because the kind of comics I'm doing are really particular, and I'm confident about the quality of the comics I'm putting out, but it's really hard to kind of market and get new readership. So like anybody who's sharing or putting out information on the kind of comics I'm doing, it's just really appreciated. And I also wanted to say I really appreciate everybody who's subscribed to my YouTube channel. Every little bit kind of helps of support to get this kind of art out, because it's not necessarily like marketable superhero comics or like sci-fi or like, you know, a lot of things where there's kind of like something alluring about it that's connected to something else people like. So it's the point being, long story short, it's just nice to see people helping and supporting indie creators and indie comics. And I know that's what the Hundreds community is about, but it's just nice to have that reaffirmed, and I wanted to mention it. All right, now I'm gonna try to get to inking this next panel.
Benji and his mom are playing cards, so you'll hear that in the background, but I just wanted to show you guys what I'm currently working on. So I just did the revisions for the t-shirt for my client, so I'll show you those. And basically she just wanted the face cleaned up a little bit more, the color selections cleaned up, and she didn't mind the green so much on everything else, but I actually, like, the thing I love about this client is usually her advice is dead on, so that worked out really well. And basically that wraps up the freelance that I had to do, so now I can kind of hang out and just kind of enjoy the day. I do need to do another rough for her, but I think for now that's basically gonna do it. So thanks for those of you who subscribed, liked, and shared this YouTube channel. It means a lot. And I will see you guys tomorrow. So that'll wrap it up for day 10 of the 100 days of making comics, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.